Hey everybody, Mike D here. Welcome to the program. Today we're kayak fishing in New Jersey with Army combat veteran Justin Vail. When Justin returned home from duty in the Middle East, he found that he could help himself deal with the trauma of war through kayak fishing. And Justin continues to help himself and others through a wonderful organization called Heroes on the Water. Let's go to Lunkerville.
Got one! Fish on!
It seems in every town in America that there's a secret fishing spot where the water runs clear and the bass are always biting. And at that spot, there's an unsung hero who knows every stump, laydown, and lily pad. Seems all he's got to do is wet a line. And sure enough, he's reeling in a big bass. So if you're looking for real people with real fish stories, then hop a ride. We're going to Lunkerville.
Part of New Jersey is known for having lots of pockets of little lakes and ponds and some bigger lakes. This is a pretty decent sized lake.
And where are we?
We are at Picatinny Arsenal on Lake Denmark.
What is Picatinny Arsenal? What does that mean?
Picatinny Arsenal is a military research and development facility here in northern New Jersey. And they make a lot of the cool stuff that the military gets to use. So all your next gen Buck Rogers stuff that you'll see, 5-10 years from now, they're starting to work on that today here.
Well, it's fall, it's windy, it's a little drizzly. Let's go to Lunkerville. Oh yeah, here we go. Nice stroke, nice and smooth. You've done this before.
Yeah.
Why am I paddling so much harder than you are? There is like a weird, not weird, but wonderful sense of control in a kayak. Don't you think?
A lot easier to turn, very mobile. The stealth factor is probably the biggest attribute to kayak fishing. Something like trout, I think they could see like 30 times better than we can underwater.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Huh.
And they're very smart fish. But with a kayak, you can really get up closer to some more skittish fish species than any boat could.
And
because
you're
the trolling motor is so noisy underwater. There's so much vibration, it kind of probably makes them uncomfortable.
Sneak right up to them. This is looking fishy right here to me.
Yeah.
Let's fish it already.
So
let's catch a fish. I want one of those pickerel. Oh, you got one.
Little bass. Little largemouth.
On what? That little crankbait.
That little X-Wrap.
Nice.
Telling you.
Show them to the camera.
There's your lunker.
Woo! Lunkerville. Hey, you got the skunk off, man.
I will brag about this lake. It's been very good to us over the years for being able to get service members and their families out to try kayak fishing and gain some confidence, have a good time, catch some fish. There's not many other activities that in less than optimal conditions can still just be a lot of fun. It's quiet, there's no road noise, there's no distractions, there's no, troubles from work or home or whatever you might be thinking about on any kind of deployments or anything. You're just out here with your buddies and fishing.
Oh, there we go. There's one. I got a fish. A perch, I caught him. Yeah, I told you I wanted one. Woo! Sweet glory. On the twitch.
Yep.
We're gonna let him live another day, though. Let's throw up.
Lunkerville's presented by South Bend, a fishing tradition since 1906. Also sponsored by
Zip fire starters. Give your fire some zip. Fishing Paradise 3D. Download for free at the App Store, Google Play, and Facebook. Ready to fish. Everything you need to start fishing today.
Life's not over after an IED. You know, you can fish. Hell, what else can you do?
Men fish their whole lives without realizing the fish isn't what they're after. Something about getting out on the water is therapeutic for these guys and their families, and I can't explain it. I know when I'm out there on the water, all the crap in my life goes away, and so I figure it's the same for them.
Doing the things that you love is like a big part of your rehab, because if you can still do them or figure out a way to still do them, you know, life's easy still.
It really helps healing wounds that, you know, aren't necessarily visible to the human eye.
Our freedoms that we have come at a big sacrifice.
A round landed 10 feet in front of me, blew me back. When I came to, I noticed half my foot hanging, and my left foot was the other way around. A buddy of mine told me about this program about fishing and kayaking. That first trip was really, really relaxing for me. It's better than, you know, being in the barracks and being used to the hospital settings. Just gave me a break from everything. A reset button for me.
The hospital life, you get sick of it, and it kind of drags you down.
You know, it's rough healing 5-7 days a week. You know, you push yourself physically to the limit, and emotionally, you're tested day in and day out. These outings really help you unplug and uncork. You can come out here and completely unwind.
What we have discovered is that kayak fishing is an important form of recreational therapy with these soldiers.
When these guys come off the water, it's totally different. It's just how I felt the first day. You know, it's just awesome to see them kind of relaxed, and that's why I kept coming back, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing today. You know, whether you're in the battlefield or on the home front, it's important to take care of your own too, wherever you're at.
You're not just donating to a facility that just helps heal physical wounds.
Organizations like Heroes on the Water, they have proven to be so successful with this population of guys, you know, young men, you know, like to be outdoorsy. They provide the opportunities that, you know, other organizations can't. You know, it's a completely different type of activity. It's a very unique activity.
The chance to give back to some guys that have given everything and lost a lot.
Together, we can help each warrior regain the freedom they fought to protect.
So we'll check out this island over here. It's usually pretty productive on the backside if you're looking at it from the boat launch.
What's interesting is that we're targeting pickerel, which people usually don't do. They're like, ah!
But they're fun.
Pickerel. I love catching pickerel, but we haven't caught one yet.
Not yet.
Very interesting.
I'll take bass.
I'll take bass. I'll take perch all day.
Bass. I'll take little fish. I
want
don't
a
care.
slimy creature.
I just want to bend the rod. You know, I don't care what it is.
I know. The rain's held off. The wind is pretty tame. So let's catch some more fish. I'm going to use this little balsa crankbait. Can you see that? That lure is legend. Now, I've been on a canoe a lot, and canoes are, you know, they're hard to manage. This is really easy to paddle, to fish off of.
It's a pretty good platform.
Yeah.
We like these kayaks for our program because it's pretty easy to get vets of different capabilities. Some of our vets have a lot more physical disabilities than others, and it's a pretty quick learning curve. Mm-hmm. And logistically, it's a lot easier for us to get a bunch of people out in kayaks than if kayak fishing didn't exist and we only had to use boats. You know, so we have a trailer here on the post here that they're very generous with letting us keep on base. And we have kayaks in there that we could just get people out quickly, like, hey, we've got a vet that, you know, he just really needs to get out on the water right now. All right, come on up. You know, we'll set something up.
What do you got there, man?
This is a pickerel.
Nice.
Little one. But a pickerel nonetheless. Grab the grips. We're not playing that game. Not today.
Good looking.
Nice little pickerel, you know, about a foot. So, not quite the lunker, but
Third species.
we're on our way.
In Canada, they call walleye pickerel. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, it's weird.
Lunkerville will be right back after these short commercial messages.
Oh yeah, he's fighting. He's fighting hard. Fourth species. Come on. All right. Hey, it's a multi-species bonanza. You got one? Yeah, there's one.
Another little guy.
Justin, tell me your story. How did you get involved in the military with Heroes on the Water?
Well, I joined the Army in 2004. I got to serve with some of the best guys I've ever met, and I got to deploy with them. The first time was to Iraq in 2005. Went to a place called Ramadi over there. And after that, in 2008, we went to Afghanistan. I was over in Iraq, and our vehicle hit a roadside bomb. Not a really big one, thank God, but everybody that was in that truck experienced it differently. And I really believe that every single veteran, they go through some level of post-traumatic stress. I'm very lucky that, you know, with my 2 deployments, I was able to come home, all 10 fingers, all 10 toes. I've had my own issues with anxiety and depression and post-traumatic stress and stuff, but, you know, you find ways to manage it, and looking forward to going fishing helps. And, you know, people just kind of need to, I think in some cases, just find their kayak fishing, whatever that may be. Just gonna stop and catch a fish real quick, if you don't mind.
What was that on? The inline spinner?
Yep.
A MEPS?
Yep.
Number 2?
Yep.
Sweet.
MEPS number 2. There, fella.
It's a pickerel party.
Yep.
Now we're talking.
One of my best friends said to me, he's like, we should go kayak fishing. He got me switched on to Heroes on the Water and said, let's go to one of these events and see how it goes and see if it's something that we like. And, you know, I hate to use like a really silly cliche, but I was hooked. Not everybody that serves their country wears a flag on their shoulder. You know, there's nothing wrong with getting out there and saying, you know what, I didn't serve, but I'd like to help out or do something. You know, Heroes on the Water just seems to be a good spot to do just that. It's nice to know that when you do have vets out there that feel the isolation of going home after their service or after a deployment, whatever, that there's still people out there in their local community that they can have a strong connection with and build a bond and get some of that feeling back and, you know, just get out of the house.
Ooh. Yeah, there's one. He's a monster.
Nice.
He's a monster. Oh, he came off.
So in 2007, I was in Iraq, traveling southbound on one of the MSRs, and we struck 2 IEDs. I had a broken neck, broken back, left frontal and parietal brain damage, some pretty significant hearing loss, and some trauma to my right leg, hip. So I ended up, being medically retired after 19 years and 6 days of service, going from a guy that ran a platoon of 40 in combat operations and was successful, and 19 years of structure to nothing. You kind of push all that stuff away, and it came to the point where I had made the decision that I was going to be a statistic. And as the world has learned that 22 veterans commit suicide a day. So I wrote the note. I bought the shotgun, and the one day that I actually decided that I was going to do it, my now wife was at work, and so I put the note out on the counter, the apology letter to my family, and went out and stuck the barrel in my mouth, and my phone rings. Okay. It was enough to stop me and pause for a second, and I look at it, and there's a number I didn't recognize, and I hit the button. I said hello, and this voice on the other end said, "Hi, my name's so-and-so. I got your name from some people. Understand you just moved down here. I kind of do some fishing with Heroes on the Water. Would you be interested in going with me tomorrow to go try to catch some redfish?" That pause was enough to say, okay, let me try it. Because tomorrow wasn't, it wasn't in the plan. I wasn't supposed to be here tomorrow. So I met the guy at the ramp, and there was another veteran there, and of course, we helped unload the kayaks and get in, and went out probably 5 or 6 hours in the flats in Tampa and some of the back country. That day changed me, obviously, forever. And so I went home and I thought about it all, and the next day I went to the pawn shop and got rid of the shotgun and bought a rod and reel. I started saving my money and bought a kayak. How saved me? They literally, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now if that phone hadn't rang. There's a guy like me somewhere. There's 22 of them that tomorrow's their last day. So if I can get to them and say, make tomorrow be the first day of the rest of your life, then here we are.
Additional support for Lunkerville provided by Mudville Catmaster. This is not your everyday catfish gear. Metzuo America, from master craftsman to master angler. BassResource.com, the ultimate bass fishing resource guide.
They have their aggressive days and their lethargic days. This is definitely one of the more lethargic days.
Yeah.
But it seems like jerk baits that kind of twitch and then sit are what are getting the fish today. Everything. Oh, there we go. Boom. Fighting like a pickerel. Now.
Is that a crappie?
A little bluegill. It's a wannabe pickerel. Ugh.
There you go.
I'll sit in the water for
Oh! Look at that rod tip. Woo!
Little bass.
A bass?
Yep.
Nice.
About the same size as the other one.
I got some catching up to do.
There you go.
Hey, stop hogging all the fish.
Oh.
Come on,
Biting
Justin.
down on my finger, bass. I'm trying to let you go.
Oh.
There we go. There you go. I called it. That's my pickerel. Oh no, a bass. Do it, Justin. That's a bass, right? Nope. Oh. Woo! He saw my hand coming for him and ran away. We'll just do it the easy way. It's net worthy. Well, it's just easier that way. All right. This is what we want. Nice big angry pickerel. There you go. Beautiful.
Yeah, he slammed it.
Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. There you go. I got one. On the paws. It's small. I think it's a little pickerel. Could it be? Oh yeah. Yes. Hello. Thank you. There you go. Nice. I told you they're here. They're here, man. They just apparently showed up late to lunch. Let's see where we're at on the board. It's about 20 and a half. Nice. There you go. Beautiful. Okay. You're on fire. That was a pause, I think. Yep. Yeah. Come here, young one. Very nice. Yeah. Mission accomplished. Yes, sir.
Well, that's about it for today's show, folks. Hey, maybe we didn't catch the biggest fish in the lake, but we sure had a ton of fun. I love catching those little guys. I'll do it all day long. So I want to thank Justin for his brave service to our country, his continued contributions with Heroes on the Water, and for taking me fishing. And I want to thank you all at home for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in next week to Lunkerville.